What up, people of YouTube? Whoever follows me. It's a lot later than I wanted to do this video. It's 4 in the morning. 4 in the morning here in Colorado. I wanted to do this hours ago, but I've been studying about these hornets, the giant Asian hornets, and just kind of just doing my thing. Drink a couple beers. I just smoked a little bit ago. So I'm going to talk about uneducated right-wingers and extremist right-wingers. And I just have to say, I used to be one of these morons. And I wasn't super hardcore, but I did believe a lot of Alex Jones crazy shit. I believed right-wing conspiracy theories. I'd watch Sean Hannity. I'd watch Tucker Carlson. And all these fucking retards. I mean, these people are dumb. Now that I look at it from the outside. And I believed for years that Obama was coming for our guns. He was going to lock us in FEMA camps, enact Sharia law, and kill us all. So I'm going to talk about the protests going on. These people are, and they defeat their own argument with their argument. So they talk about these protests, and they go on these protests, and they're like, we were expecting 2 million people to die. Well, the numbers are only 70,000. What's the big deal? I don't understand. Okay, the reason the number was 2 million and that estimate was based off if we did nothing, if we just kept going about our business, did nothing, didn't give a fuck, didn't give a hoot, and did nothing. All right. And the reason that the number is so low right now is because people are social distancing and sheltering in place. You dumbass motherfuckers. So you talk about how, oh, we've only lost 70,000. What's the big deal? Oh, this many people die in car wrecks. This many people die drowning in a pool. Because Dr. Phil told us on Fox News. Dr. Oz said, who cares if we lose 3% of children? We need to get the economy going. You are the economy. All right? You going to work and taking your paycheck and buying goods and services is the economy. The economy is not shut down. If you've spent a single dollar any time throughout this period, you've stimulated the economy. Now, I don't know if these people refer to the economy as the stock market and, oh, the stock market's doing well, so the economy's failing, or the fact that we have 30 plus million unemployment people filing for unemployment right now. And that could be it. And that is a lot of people. It's almost a record high. It's very close. I guarantee once all the numbers come in, I bet we're at 50 to 60 million unemployed. Almost 20-30% of the workforce. And that's bad. That's horrible. But there are jobs hiring. All right. You can DoorDash, you can Uber Eats, you can Grubhub, you can apply at these meat packing plants. Restaurants are hiring for people to do to-goes because a lot of the workers got furloughed or kicked out, and they decided to apply for unemployment. That's what I would do. That's personally what I would do. I'd say I'm done. There's a virus out there. We have a 66-year-old veteran that lives in our garage apartment, and he has lung cancer, and his lungs on a good day are like 45-50% functionability, whatever you want to call it. So to me, I say take the unemployment, run with it. All right, just enjoy yourself. Quit crying. If you're one of those people who are like, I don't want to be getting paid unemployment because I believe we all just need to work all the time and fucking kill ourselves. Then by all means, go. Go. Go apply for meatpacking plants. Go apply at restaurants that are high. Go DoorDash. Most of you got vehicles. A lot of you have new vehicles that you've taken a lot of money out on that you're making payments on. Go DoorDash. Just download the app, apply. Go fucking Uber Eats. Go do something like that. All right. Nursing homes need people. A lot of people. Hospitals are begging for people for janitorial type of work, cleaning up, changing trash cans, sanitizing stuff, just to keep their operations going, help them resupply, restock shelves. They get a shipment in of gloves and boxes of equipment, help them unload it. Like they need help. There are people that get sick. You're not allowed to work. Once you're sick, they send you home. Now they need someone, and they are hiring. So quit crying about work. Fucking just stop. Like it's like whenever you guys, you right wingers wanted illegals deported. Okay, and I understand. All right, and I'm on your side to a point. Do I believe we need illegals in this country? No. But am I smart enough to understand the grasp and foothold that they have in this country and how they stimulate the economy? Yes. So if we just kick out all illegals, we see what's happening right now where there's videos of farmers saying, well, I had to dump 600 million pounds of food into the field that we couldn't fucking harvest because it was all rotting because I didn't have people to pick it. I don't see you Trump supporters lining up to pick vegetables and to pick fruits. I don't ever. They had raids on meatpacking plants months ago, and y'all fucking cheered. Yeah, get them illegal fucking pieces of shit out of this country. It's America. Okay, well, first off, you are illegal in some sense or way because we stole this land from the Native Americans. All right. And if your ancestors were part of that group, you have no reason to talk shit. So I saw this video of a guy protesting in Philadelphia, and he's like, my family's been here since 1725. And he's bitching and crying, and they're taking our freedom and First Amendment away. First off, you're protesting. That's your First Amendment, bitch. You're protesting. You're using it. Second off, that means that you. I don't even want to go into that. I really don't want to go down that road. Anyway, fucking let's skip that road. Let's get to the point of this. I can ramble on for hours, and you guys know this. These right wingers are very uneducated people. Most of them despise education. They want to abolish education, period, and they think that everybody should be homeschooled. And this is the problem with this is because the people that are wanting their kids homeschooled, there's nothing wrong with that. I did homeschool for 2 years. I got caught selling weed in high school. I sold a buddy of mine a dime bag. I was 14, 15 years old. I was like, oh, I can make some money off of this. I can buy it really cheap. I can sell it. It doesn't kill people. That's what I thought. I was like, it's no big fucking deal. I hated weed. I hated all sorts of drugs until I smoked weed. And then I was like, I didn't die. I didn't kill people. They fucking lied to me. They lied to me. They are liars. What else did they lie about? And then I started doing a bunch of drugs in high school. And pretty much they lie about everything. But you don't want to do heroin, meth, crack, even cocaine. Like you don't want to do that shit. But like weed, mushrooms, real LSD 25, that shit's fine. But like you don't want to be doing meth. You don't ever want to try it. Don't try it. There's no success story. There's no success story of someone doing meth, heroin, and like I did heroin and I'm a billionaire. No, you die or go to prison and your life sucks and you rob from your family and friends and everybody from Collinsville, Illinois can attest to this. Anyway, where was I? I'm kind of lost. Oh, okay. So these people are very uneducated and they believe that they need to homeschool their children and that there should be no public school because that's socialism and that we don't need taxpayer money going to teach kids stuff. And also because God is out of church now, or God is out of school. We can't praise God and worship Jesus in school. Well, that's because you people got mad if other people started bringing up their religions in school. So that's the thing. Freedom of religion. Shit. Freedom of religion. And you are not okay with people worshiping Muhammad or Vishnu or anybody else in school. They can only praise Jesus Christ. And then once you saw that, you got mad about it, and that's how that shit changed. So that's problem number one with you. You're closed minded. You can't say we believe in the Constitution and all of the amendments, but you must only believe in Jesus Christ. And then what they'll do is they'll bring up the founding of the country and say they all worship Jesus and the founders worship Jesus. That's fine, but they put in the Constitution freedom of religion. Shut the fuck up. Get out of here. Get out of here. Let other people believe what they want. Because you're an extremist just like they are. Christians have killed millions of people. Catholics have killed millions of people. Muslims have killed millions of people. You know who hasn't killed millions of people? Atheist. Am I an atheist? Fuck no. I'm Greek. I believe in that. There's many gods. I believe that we are all God. You're looking at me. I'm looking at myself in this screen right now. If you can look at yourself in the mirror, you are technically a God. You can control the universe. You. Now, these people are crazy. And I'm telling you, beware. They will kill you. They will not feel bad about it. We were taught to be desensitized for years. 4 years. When I was younger, 14, 15, I started falling into the Alex Jones and the fucking the conspiracy theories and that they're coming for your guns, they're coming for your rights. These people are globalists, they want to kill you, the deep state. This isn't anything new. This is years brewing for these people. And my first talking of it was the Obama is going to put us in a FEMA camp. And I voted for Obama in 08. And honestly, if I had to vote for him again, I would. I didn't vote for him in 2012 because I, in 2010, became this brainwashed retard. But would I vote for him right now over Trump? Oh God, yeah, I'd be voter fraud. I'd be fucking stealing people's identities voting for him just to make sure Trump wasn't president. Trump's retarded. Did I vote for Trump? No. Did I vote for Hillary? No. Hillary's retarded. Trump's retarded. Obama? He's not retarded. But these people, and I included, were taught to be desensitized. We were taught that you were evil. We were taught that you were taking away our form of life. And that we had to be the saviors of the country. And that anyone who stands in our way is evil. And that you are a piece of shit. You hate America. You hate the Constitution. That's what we were told for years. And that is what these people are still told. And that is why you've seen right wingers shoot people in mass shootings and literally mentioning QAnon, which is a whole nother subject, but QAnon's crazy. I believe it's a Russian troll farm who created a type of website to list a bunch of bullshit conspiracy theories to get people to cause mass chaos in the United States, thinking they're fighting to protect the country. In reality, they're dividing the country, killing innocent people to enact or not Sharia law, but martial law. And once a total civil war breaks out, Russia laughs, they win, we kill each other, and they take over with China and the rest of their people, North Korea, that they're all in contact with, and communism and that bullshit. QAnon is, there's no proof it's an American patriot. There is no proof of over 90% of the shit that they talk about. And I believe it's a Russian troll farm. because they're very good at this. They've been doing this since the 80s. They've admitted they've been doing it. The U.S. government has said they were doing it. The U.S. government has proven they were doing it. The FBI and the CIA all came out with reports in 2018 or 2019 that 1/3 of the U.S. population is so brainwashed that it would take them 50 years of giving them facts day after day, second after second, to get them back to reality, and that they are the biggest threat to the country, and that alt-right Americans are the biggest threat to American safety. This is real. This report came out a year or two ago. It wasn't in 20. It had to be 2018, or it was early 2019. This is real, and I believe it because I was one of these people, and we wanted civil war. That is what we were told, is that we have to, and at the time it was against the government, which it still is, but now they've turned it onto a specific party. At the start of this, when I first got in, it was about the government is evil. They don't like you. It was Republicans and Democrats are all against you. All right. And it was like everybody in government is a piece of shit. And then over the years, it turned into, well, the Democrats are the deep state and the pieces of shit, and it's Republicans that are trying to save you. And this started when Democrats started trying to ban guns all the time. So they're really easy target. And quit doing that, Democrats. Quit coming after my guns. I took a picture with that gun just to get views and just to make the videos about you need to buy weapons, and then I'm going to get to that. But you liberals need to stock up on some weapons and some ammo, because the military and the police are not going to be there the first couple of hours of this or days that this goes down. And some of the people in the military are going to be on that other side, and they're going to kill you. And there's also police that will be on that other side, and they will kill you. This is real, and I'm warning you, and I'm making this video to warn you. But we were taught to hate the government, and then it was, well, it's the Democrats, so the Republicans got your back. See, the Democrats want to take your guns, and as they take your guns away, they take away your freedom, and Republicans are sticking up for you. And now it's the same thing, but it's even 10 times as bad. And now it's the deep state thing. And when I was in this fucking bullshit, there was no deep state thing. It was just, it's the government. There was no name for it. Was just, it's the government. They want to kill you. And then it was Democrats are after you. And then I literally thought for years Obama was coming for our guns to enact Sharia law and lock us in FEMA camps. I believe this. I was an uneducated right-wing retard. Okay. And then I started getting into politics. And I wasn't stupid. Because I still believed my own thing. But like when I was told, like, who are you going to vote for, Obama or this guy? Obama's a Democrat. That's how I was. And I didn't even research anything. Besides, I knew that Ron Paul, who I wanted to vote for, wanted to decriminalize all drugs, which is amazing. And that's what we need to do to end the cartels. Anyway, so the years go by, and these people keep pushing these conspiracy theories and just crazy shit. These people are desensitized. They are crazy. They don't mind seeing bloodshed. They've wanted civil war for years. I was like, just wait for a motherfucker to pop off. We gonna take over our country. And in our mind, anyone who stood in our way was the evil people. So if we started shooting up a Capitol building and fucking police stood in our way, they were the government, they were evil, they worked for the Democrats. That's how this all started. Slowly, and then it worked to the Democrats. That is how they look at it. And so these people say they love police, but when it comes down to it, and they start popping off, and that's what they're doing. That's what they're marching with their guns for. They're marching with their guns. They're showing you that they have body armor. They're showing you that they're ready to fight. And then they're calling you pussies, and they know it. And they know most of you don't have guns. And these people are waiting for just one thing. That's all it takes, is one person getting And that's why the police didn't do shit, because they know, like, so in Denver, a dude got arrested. You're not allowed to open carry in Denver. In Denver. Not in Colorado, just in Denver. And this motherfucker open carried, he got arrested. And I got a permit. And everybody's like, this is against freedom. You broke the law. Denver clearly states that you cannot open carry a gun. And if you had a permit, that means you took a class and that you know you cannot carry a gun. Okay. Other states around the country knew that if they start doing shit like that, and like those police officers, props to them. They followed the law. They didn't back down. The dude broke the law. He's in Denver at the Capitol building, open carrying a gun. It's illegal. It is highly illegal. You are not allowed to do that. And if you have a permit, you know you shouldn't do that. Thank God people didn't shoot and attack those officers. That guy wanted to get arrested. He wanted the reaction. He wanted to go viral. And then they were like, why don't you arrest the people taking our freedom in that building over there? What, motherfucker? You can still go hike. You can go swim. I'm right here, motherfucker. You cannot trick. You might trick retards across America who don't live in Colorado in this area. I live right here in Lakewood. I can look at downtown outside my window right now. I can look down. We live 10 minutes from downtown. We live right on the highway. All right, dumbasses. You can go outside. You can go hike. You can go walk your dogs. You can go to the parks. You can go fishing. You can go hunting. You can go fucking ride your four-wheelers. You can go ride your dirt bikes. People are riding motorcycles everywhere. What freedoms are they taking? What were you doing? Getting blowjobs in the back alley and you can't get your dick sucked right now? Like what the fuck are you, what freedoms? Oh, you can't go sit at a bar? Dude, every single bar in the area is selling beer to go. So what? You can't go sit inside. Go grab your beer to go and sit at the fucking park. What are you crying about? Like, I don't understand what these people are fucking bitching about. In Colorado, I don't know how it is in other states, but everybody's like, I'm tired, sick, I can't do anything. What do you do on a regular basis anyway? Most of you motherfuckers, you go to work and you go home. That is it. I'd say 80% of you go to work, go home. Oh, you can't go to the gym. Boo hoo. Buy a couple dumbbells, fucking work out at home. Fucking go ride a bike. I don't understand. Your freedoms are not gone. You are stupid. You are crying about nothing. You're acting like people have literally stripped you of everything and that you're going to go to jail if you go outside because you've watched people get arrested. Those people getting arrested were breaking the law. Cities that had their parks shut down, ripping down the fucking tape and shit. The lady got arrested because she damaged public property. She ripped down shit to go into a park and was like, freedom! Oh, now you're arresting me! Oh, no freedom! You did that to get a reaction from the police, to get arrested, to go viral. Same thing down here. So I'm telling you, these people are they're not mentally fit to own guns. And honestly, looking back at myself, I probably shouldn't have been able to own guns at the time. Now I have them. I use them for shooting. I haven't hunted in a couple years. I do want to go hunting this year. I do want to put in for my tags. I just switched my ID over, and that'd be awesome. You know, I love to hunt. I love to fish. Um, that's what we're gonna have to do eventually. But 10 years ago, when I was a right wing fucking moron, should I have owned guns? Probably not, because I was ready for shit to pop off. I was like, just one motherfucker start a war, and we going at it. Like I was all about it. And these people are still living that dream, and they dream about it. These people talk about it behind closed doors. They're not going to go out in public and talk to you about starting a civil war. Like, oh yeah, we just want to fucking kill people. We can't wait. They're not going to do that. It's just like they don't go out in public and start talking about black people and hanging them from rafters and fucking like we're going to hang them from trees and we're going to fucking kill the Mexicans crossing the border and we're going to fucking they talk about this shit behind closed doors. Like even some people in my own family who used to not be like that moved to Florida, and now they literally have talked about killing people. Oh, if they cross the border, we just got to shoot them. We just got to shoot kids too. Oh yeah, the whole family needs to be wiped out. We need to kill all Muslims. These people have been desensitized. They don't care about you. They don't even care about their fellow people. If they're in a war together and one dude's like, you know what, I don't know how I feel about this anymore. Like, this is stupid. They're gonna blast him in the head. You have to be hardcore right wing extremists to the death, and that's what these people are doing. They want a civil war. And then you got two to three factions of this group. You have the Christian extremist, so probably three factions, but you have the Christian extremist who believe it'd be a holy war for Jesus Christ to take back America from the demons and the fucking Satanist and whatever, and like that'd be part of the rapture. Because to them, the more people who die, like if 10 billion or there's not 10 billion people, but if let's just say 5 billion people died, they'd be like, this is Jesus Christ's wish, and woo, like that. They want that. All right. There's another group of the racist, white supremacists, neo-Nazis, Southerners that wave the Dixie flag. Anyone that waves a rebel flag, you cannot hold up an American flag. You cannot. You are so dumb. You don't even understand what you're doing. You're holding up a flag of traitors, of domestic terrorists, by the very definition of the word, and then you're holding up the American flag of the people that they attacked and killed. 670,000 people lost their lives during the Civil War fighting. And it all started because the South didn't want to stop having black people to be their slaves. And they also picked on the Chinese, and I'm pretty sure there was Chinese slaves. Don't quote me on that, but I do know in the 1800s and throughout the 1800s, the Chinese were treated like shit. I know the Japanese were locked up in internment camps after fucking Pearl Harbor. We slaughtered Native Americans and lied to them and took their land, and we still do it to this day. And we fucking beat them and take like Native Americans on their sacred land that was given to them by the government. The little shittiest spots they have left were being beanbagged and tased, and fucking military people there with guns in full armor beating the shit out of them for protesting a pipeline that destroys the environment going through their sacred lands. Donald Trump has sold off burial grounds and lands of Native Americans to drill oil for. And then he's like, I love my Native American fellow Americans. I love them. But we're just going to sell off your fucking secret grave site, your sacred graves, and fucking woo, fucking who gives a shit? Because he don't care. He spent out of 13 hours talking about coronavirus, 13 hours, 45 minutes talking about himself, and 4.5 minutes talking about the victims who died. And I pray to God that you Americans wake the fuck up and become smart. Every American should watch the Trump town hall on Fox News from Sunday. Every American should watch it. You should be forced to watch it. He is straight up a retard. He is a clown. He is uneducated. He's unfit for office. It was an embarrassing fucking 2 hour. It was like an hour and a half, 2 hour. I think it was like 3 hours. I fell asleep. I was drinking last night, fucking smoking, hanging out. I fell asleep and woke up to the motherfucker still talking, and I was laughing. I couldn't help it anymore because it's just like, what do you think about this, Trump? And then supposedly Fox News, he would just ramble on for 10 minutes and lie, and then the journalist would be like, okay, and to the next question. You're not a journalist, you fucking pieces of shit. Whatever the fuck your name is, the dude and the fucking girl. Fucking, they do all the town halls. They did them with Bernie Sanders, and they don't, they snap back at Bernie and Donald Trump. Bernie tells the truth, and they snap at Bernie. Well, you say this, and you say this. Donald Trump literally would lie for 10 minutes, not even answer the question. They'd be like, moving on now. And then every once in a while, they'd be like, when it was like too outrageous of a lie, they'd be like, well, we got to push back a little bit, sir. And he'd be like, well, why are you going to give me a hard time? Like, fucking, no. But anyway, this is their leader. I'm warning you people, buy guns. Not saying you're gonna need to load them up and go attack people and shoot, but you're gonna want some guns because these people will. It will happen. It's going to happen. Whether it's when Trump loses this November and says I didn't lose, fake news, and then his base is literally they're gonna say it's fake news, and he'll be like, he's gonna tweet, I need my people to stand up for freedom, and they're gonna call to arms, and they're gonna start kicking in people's doors. They're gonna come in your house, and if you can't prove that you're a Trump supporter, they're gonna take you, they're gonna tie you up, or they're gonna kill you. These people are crazy, and I'm telling you, they are desensitized. I've been saying this for years. Um, my ex that I was with for 6 years, I said it all the time, and I was like, they're desensitizing us. And this, I started noticing what was going on, and I was like, they're desensitizing us. They're making this normal. They're making death normal. They're making us getting used to seeing carnage, and I was like, they're desensitizing us. They're desensitizing us. They're making it to where we don't feel bad about this. And she was like, I think you're right. And since then, it has come true. And we still talk. And she messaged me like a year or so ago about something that happened. I think it was with the Nazi thing after they killed. It had to be that after they killed Heather Heyer, the fucking neo Nazis, and Trump was like, they're very fine people, fucking neo Nazis, and they're only chanting Jews will not replace us, and blood and soil, and you will not replace us, which are the blood and soil is an SS slogan, which were the evilest of the German soldiers during World War II, who were very bad people and all deserve to die. If there's some still alive, track them down and kill them. Those people need to be killed. But she was like, did you see what happened? And people just didn't care, like on the right wing at all. Like they didn't even comprehend that neo Nazis were chanting Nazi slogans and then killed not and like they almost killed a bunch of people, like ran into a bunch of protesters, and then they killed Heather Heyer. She's the only one that died. Other people were injured, had to go to the hospital. It didn't even phase them. And you know what they immediately did? They started calling it a hoax because they didn't want to be blamed for it. So they were like, that wasn't us. That was a Democrat who just ran into protesters who was paid by George Soros to make us look bad. That's what they do. And as soon as they're caught like doing some crazy shit and killing people, they immediately, instead of being like, holy shit, like somebody that we follow just killed people, they immediately go to that's fake. And they fucking flip it around, and then they blame the other people who were just killed, or the other group, and they're like, it was them. And like Donald Trump did the same thing. There was great people over there, and it's like, well, there was Nazis, and there was like Nazi protesters, and then there was anti-Nazi protesters. Well, there are good people on both sides, and that gave validation to the Nazis. There was not good people on both sides. There was people chanting, Jews will not replace us, you will not replace us, blood and soil. And there were people saying, fuck Nazis. And I don't know about you or how good your World War II history is. My grandfather fought in World War II. Not for the United States, he fought for Greece. And my grandmother's told me the stories. I didn't even know my grandfather fought for the Greek army or the Greek military in World War II until he passed away, when I saw pictures of him up in the mountains and shit. And they whooped Italians, and then they got taken over by the Nazis. And my grandfather killed Nazis. And thank God I'm alive, because he got shot or something happened. He broke his leg while he was running, or he got shot, and he got taken inside of a home, and they hid the machine gun. He was using it. He stole an MP40 or something. They like hid it in the backyard, and they came in. The Germans did, and they were like, "You were just shooting, like you just killed our men." And he ended up talking his way out of it. And they were like, "No, he's got a broken leg, and like he can't. There's no way he was doing that." And they fucking let him go. They let him go. My grandfather could have died right then. My dad and his brothers wouldn't have been born, and I wouldn't be here. And fucking thank God that I am. But they let him go. He talked his way out of it. And my grandfather had that MP40 until the end of the war, and then he had it all the way until they moved from Greece after the war. And my grandmother told me stories about how she thought they were throwing Coke bottles out of planes, like, and they were all like, "What is going on?" They didn't know that they were being attacked. They knew there was a war going on, but they weren't in it. And all of a sudden, you just see fucking bombs. And she said they ran into the school, and she was like 11 years old. And the Nazis came in after that. And if you were outside past 6, they would hang you up by the light post, and they'd fucking blow your brains out right in front of everybody. They'd call everybody out and shoot whoever it was in the head and be like, "This is what you get if you don't listen to us." And then they would hang their bodies up around the city on the light post and fucking all around on buildings, and they would just hang dead bodies up of your loved ones to show you who was boss. And this is what I'm telling you, liberals. That's why you need guns, because these people are going to do it to you. And if you don't believe me, you're gonna be fucked. And that's why I showed this gun. Okay, so this is a M1 carbine, U.S. military, made by Inland, paratrooper model. This shoots. I don't have any ammo for it because there's no ammo in the country. I have ammo for my AR's AK, which is broken and blew up, and I need to get it fixed. Obviously, there's no ammo in here. This gun, you can get them for 800, 1200. Shoots a 30 caliber bullet, perfect for children to shoot a rifle. Um, it doesn't have much kick at all. I just picked this one out just because it's one of my favorite ones. I wanted to show you guys. I have a bunch of guns, but this is one of my favorite ones to shoot. It has very little recoil. I got a bunch of 30 round magazines. It came with a 15. I got a bunch of 30 rounders. This is something you can hand to your 8-year-old, your 9-year-old. Um, they can ping targets all day. This is something you can teach them to shoot with accuracy. My first gun I shot was a shotgun, a 20 gauge shotgun when I was 8 years old. I still have that shotgun. It's loaded up. It sits next to my bed every night, and I still have it. I had it when I was 8 years old. I shot my first deer with it with my dad. One of my favorite guns, which is funny because I bought my girlfriend's younger brother but older brother. She has 2 younger brothers, but her oldest one on Christmas 2 years ago or a year ago, I bought him his first gun, his shotgun. And I took him to the gun store, and I we picked out that shotgun, and I didn't realize it was the same shotgun that I have. And I was like, "Yeah, this feels good." He's like, "What do you think about this?" "Oh, it feels good." It's the same gun that I have, but in a 12 gauge. And I was like, "Oh my god, that's why it felt so natural to me." Great shotgun. It's a Remington 870, I believe, or when it has to be Remington. I think it's Remington. I don't know. Great gun, but I'm telling you, you people need to prepare. And what you're gonna have to do is prepare for shit to hit the fan with these retards. With these people are extremists. They're rated by the FBI and CIA as the biggest threat to American safety. You're going to want to have guns and ammo to hold yourself off until the National Guard or Army can come in. And now here's the other problem is that a lot of people in the military love Donald Trump, and they are just as dumb and just as extreme as these right-wing retards. This is going to get hairy because we're going to have people in the military ordered to protect citizens, and then we're going to have people in those squads and in those platoons and battalions that are going to come out, and they're going to be like, "Well, these are my people. I support Trump, and I support, taking over the." And it's going to be crazy because Donald Trump is going to be president, trying to hold on to the office even though he lost the election. And if he wins, then in 2024, when it comes time for him to leave, his son doesn't, because they've already planned it out. Trump to 2024, and then it's going to be Don Jr. or Ivanka for the next 8 years, and then it's going to be Don Jr. or Ivanka vice versa in the next 8 years, and then it's going to be Eric Trump for the next 8 years, and then Barron Trump. They've already been so brainwashed. This is real, people. You go look at a Trump rally, look at Republicans, look at their shirts. They already are planning to have a Trump dynasty in the United States. And then they're literally praying that they can keep making babies and like start birthing them very soon so they can have all Trumps. Which is funny because what's her name? Fucking the other Trump. The one that's like never, she's a smart one. She's like, I don't want anything to do with these fucking morons. Um, I don't know her fucking name. Tiffany Trump, I think. Fucking, she's like, I want nothing to do with this. Fucking keep me out of this crazy shit. These people really want Trump family to be president for the next 40, 50 years. They honestly believe that they are getting helped, that they are being placed in front of the deep state, that the Trump family is, they're so, in their mind, they believe that he's so rich he can't be corrupted, and that they want to support him for that reason. Is, oh, he can't be corrupted. They're billionaires, so they have no agenda. So they're out for us because they're already rich. Okay, that ideology could be true, except for the fact it's Donald Trump, and he has proven his entire life he does not give a fuck about anybody else. I mean, it'd be different if he went to Vietnam when he was called and drafted instead of getting bone spurred deferments, fucking went and fought and then came back. It'd be different if he paid his workers a living wage and not shipped up illegals and paid for their paperwork and falsified documents, which is true. You can look that up. It'd be different if he didn't have over 150, 200 lawsuits for unpaid contractors and businesses that he would pay. Like, okay, I'll pay you to do this. Oh, it's Donald Trump. He'll pay us. And then they would get done and then he wouldn't pay them. He has hundreds of these lawsuits. He settled out of court on almost all of them. He even got sued with Jeffrey and people with the Jeffrey Epstein thing. Dude was an evil motherfucker. And he knew George Bush, or not George Bush, Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. And both Bill Clinton and Donald Trump went to his fucking properties. Both flew on his jet. So you had the right wing just like Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton went to hang out with Epstein. And then you had the left wing, Donald Trump did it. Donald Trump. And then you got people like me, like they both did. Kevin Spacey, fucking well, not Chris, is it Chris Tucker or Chris Rock would go to these places. A lot of fucking Prince, fucking not Harry, but Prince something. One of the people in the fucking British castle. I mean, these people fucking uh they were all hanging out with this fucking creepy weirdo dude. Well, Trump is the only one that I found on record that pops up in a lawsuit with Jeffrey Epstein getting sued by a 13-year-old girl who says that they drugged her and raped her. And she settled out of court, and the reason, or she didn't settle out of court, she dropped the charges, and the reason was because she kept getting threats to kill, like her and her family would get killed. This is real. It's all in federal documents. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is actual a document that you can pull out of a court. Um, do I believe it's true? Possibly. Just the way that Trump has had his daughter Ivanka sitting on his lap and kissing her, and Trump on live TV on video said that, he would have sex with his daughter if it wasn't her. Like, if it wasn't my daughter, I'd have sex with her. And, like, really creepy shit. So, and Trump is also on video saying he likes young girls. So, do I believe it's true? Oh, yeah. Is there proof? Not really, just besides that lawsuit. So can I make a conviction? No. Can't do it. But I'm telling you, people, if he loses this November, he will not leave peacefully. He's going to call it a hoax. It was the deep state. It's a fake election. Illegals voted. Even though, and this is why I believe Mitch McConnell and Republicans So Republicans in the House voted bipartisan with Democrats to pass election protection bills. Republicans in the Senate, most of them want these election protection bills. And then you got people like Graham and all these other fucking pieces of shit telling McConnell not to bring these election protection bills up. Marco Rubio wrote one of these bills. So there's four of them, three made by Democrats, one by a Republican, that have been sitting on McConnell's desk since early 2019. So it's been over a year and a couple months. He refuses to pass them. And this does voter IDs, um, voter ID laws, like election protections against foreign entities, saying that everything has to be copied down on a paper ballot as well. Like, so you can vote on the machine, but you also have to fill out a paper ballot. That way, if they call it recount, they'll go to the paper ballots, which I believe anybody voting paper ballot. Paper, paper, paper. Please do it. Don't fucking play around because Republicans don't want to protect elections. They even said that they can't, and this is true, on live TV, they said, if we allow everybody to vote, we will not win elections. Trump has said it. Republican governors have said it. Republican senators have said it. They know that they are so unpopular that if they allow everybody to vote in every state that's a legal voter, like a legal citizen, if they allowed everyone to vote, they would never hold power again. They've said this. That's why they purge voters. I was a purge voter. I wasn't allowed to vote in 2012. I went to go vote for Ron Paul, but because I voted for Obama in '08, they purged my vote. And I still have my fucking voter registration card in my room from 2011 where I registered for that year for 2012 election. And when I went to go vote, it said I wasn't registered, even though I was holding my fucking card. And they said, sorry, you're not in the system. I was a purge voter because I voted for Obama in 2008. So this is real. I'm a victim of it. At the time, I didn't understand it. I was just pissed off, and I was like, "This is bullshit. I'm trying to fucking vote for Ron Paul, and y'all motherfuckers won't let me vote." And then I was so stupid, I blamed Obama, and I was like, "Obama doesn't want me to vote." Like, it turned out that I was a purge voter out of 70, 80,000. I don't know what the exact number was, but in that area of Corpus Christi, Texas. This is what Republicans do. That's why they have the worst gerrymandering, which should be illegal. We just need to set districts and let them go. Voter purging should be illegal, and voter fraud obviously should be illegal, but Republicans did it in North Carolina in the 2018 election. The only case of recent voter fraud was a Republican candidate in North Carolina had a team go around and pick up absentee ballots, and they'd be like, oh, we'll fill it out for you, and then they would put his name in there. They were caught, and I believe 4 Republicans went to jail for that. But they love vote. They fucking love it. They know it. They can't win without purging votes and cheating in elections. They know it. They've said it. They've said it out loud. We cannot win elections. We cannot allow everybody to vote. So in Colorado, we have mail-in voting. There's no cases of voter fraud. And you show your ID, you register, and they send you your ballot to your mailbox like a month before the vote. You can fill it out and then you turn it in. Or you can go turn it in public. Like you can either put it in the mailbox or you can go hand it to someone, which I do. I hand it to someone. Our voting place is like right down the road. And um it's just it's fucking ridiculous. Just let everybody vote, which is something my company is working on. We're working on an app, and I can't talk too much about this because I don't know if it'll go anywhere with Republicans, and especially with old people in Congress. Government apps and websites, as we've seen, crash all the time. I don't know why. It makes no sense. But they're always crashing. As soon as they launch something, it crashes. Because you know why? I think it's because they're going for cheap instead of effective quality. Well, we came up with an idea, and it's going to be in my company launch, but I can't go too far into it. But we're going to have voting, and I'm going to pitch it to Congress, and I'm going to have a day where I'm on the House floor or the Senate floor and going to pitch this idea. And it'll work because we're going to be using a technology where you cannot change your vote. So I can vote for whoever I want. You register, and after you're registered through the government with your ID picture and stuff, you get recognized, and then you have to take a picture of your registration card and your ID and your face, and it'll do all three and go, okay, that's that person, and you'll get a pin that you have to type in or you have to say, and pretty much you'll be able to vote. Hopefully, there's a lot to it. There's a lot more to the technology, and um, I have to find the team to do it, but I have the connections to pitch it, and we're going to work on that. And I honestly probably told you more than I should. And if you take my idea, I will sue you and I will track down that you've been on this video. Anyway, so we need everybody to vote. We need Trump out. And then we got Biden. Fucking Joe Biden is a creep. I don't trust him. But I'll tell you what, I didn't vote in 2016. I didn't like Hillary or Trump, but I thought let's just give Trump a chance. I don't want my name on him though. We need Trump gone. He's bad. He's bad. He crashed the economy. He did. And people, oh, he didn't do anything. That yeah, you're right. He did nothing and allowed the economy to crash because he did nothing to protect us from a virus that we've known about since November. He didn't act until March. December, January, February, March. Bitches. 4 months. Did nothing. Oh, he blocked Chinese nationals from coming in the country in late January, and then what? Nothing. He didn't do anything else. And he didn't isolate anybody coming in the country. What I would have done was immediately isolation. We're blocking all flights into the country unless you're a U.S. citizen. Everybody that comes in must be isolated for 14 to 21 days. And I'm calling all Americans home. You have 2 weeks to get home. That's what I would have done. I'm sorry. If you're on business, vacation, you need to come home. Isolated 14, 21 days, tested everybody, and we could have stopped it. We could have stopped it. Instead, we did nothing. That's why he's to blame. That's why the economy crashed. Investors got scared. As he would lie. Literally, you can look at the stock market. He would go on TV and lie, and then investors aren't stupid, and they would go, he just lied to us for fucking 20 minutes straight. Sell. We need to sell. This is way worse. He's lying as the fucking rest of the world is burning right now. We need to sell. And that's what happened. And then they would sell. And then the next day he would do the same thing and he would talk again. And he would lie. And then the next day, as soon as the market opened, they would sell. And then during the weekends, they're closed. And he would talk all weekend. And then on Monday, fucking big dips. He lied us into a recession. And these people, back to the main thing about this video, are going to fight for him. They're already proven it. They're showing their muscle. They're going to these protests. Now, keep in mind, this is not every single Republican. This is not every single right winger. This is a group of them. And when I say group, I'm not talking like it's just a little gang of 20, 30 people. We're talking millions of people. I mean, there's 330 million Americans. The total amount of Trump supporters that voted was around 60 million. And I would say out of the people that voted for Trump, I would say probably 30 to 40 million of them are these extremists. And out of the 30 to 40 million that are extremists, half of them are willing to kill people. And that's not a joke. So probably 20, I'd say 15 to 20 million Americans are willing to kill you and your families and kick in your doors. And if they see a sticker for Hillary, you're dead. Sticker for Bernie, you're dead. Or they'll put you in prison. They'll put you in a fucking camp, and they're gonna try to take over the country. This is what they want. This is what they've dreamt about for 15 plus years. They want civil war. They want shit to pop off. When they're out there at protests with their guns, they're not doing it because they're scared. They're doing it because they want to be seen as scary and like, look, we're putting in the liberals' face. And then if somebody does something, that one person, all it takes is one of these fucking motherfuckers to either shoot someone or accidentally discharge a weapon, or for them to start shit and then get shot by like a cop or like an innocent person. Like there's a video of a dude, of a Trump supporter in 2017 when all the neo-Nazi rallies and shit were going on. There's a video of a white dude pulling out his pistol, and he fucking just pulls it out and fucking, like, literally he's got his gun, he pulls it out and he's like doof 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 and starts shooting into a fucking crowd. There's a video of that. That is fucking real. And I definitely recommend everybody get a pistol. This is my fucking, my effing, I can't remember what the fuck this one's called. I fucking love this gun though. FX9. And then I got my fucking light on here. It's not the best, but I fucking love it. Green little laser. Fucking very fun to shoot. I got it marked in at 25 feet. This laser dead on 25 feet will fucking take you out. And then I keep 2 different types of rounds in here. I got 167 grain 9mm hollow points, and then 145 grain. That's my daily carry, and I got another MMP9 shield, which is an awesome daily carry. It's just too small. It's perfect. It's too small and it's less accurate than this thing, but I recommend you buy yourself some guns. Buy yourself some ammo. Protect yourselves, and don't go out protesting with guns. Don't be a fucking retard. Don't open carry where it's illegal, which I believe in constitutional carry. You should be able to carry a gun anywhere, any place, as long as you can buy a gun legally, the gun is in your name, and you're not drinking. By law, depending on your state, you can have a couple beers with meals. Like you can go out to a restaurant, conceal carry, and as long as they serve a 3-course meal, like, you know, your appetizer, entree, and dessert, you can have, I think it's 2 beers per meal with that, or 1 beer per meal. Either way, you don't want to be drunk with a gun anyway. I mean, go look at the Western days and all the stories of what that's why we have these laws, is because people abused them. They would get drunk and then they would shoot each other, and then it was like, well, what are we gonna do? Well, okay, now you can't have guns when you're drunk, you know, which is fine. And you shouldn't be fucking doing drugs anyway. You shouldn't be doing meth or anything. Um, Weed, there's no problem with weed. Fucking anyone that has a problem with that, you're retarded. You're a moron. It does nothing to you. In fact, I'd rather have a million people driving around smoking weed than a million people drinking and driving. Growing up, I smoked weed and drove all the time. And yeah, I mean, I never fucking got in a wreck. The only time I got in a wreck was because motherfuckers were drinking and driving and ran a red light and we T-boned them. Like that's for real. Like I got in a wreck because people were drinking and driving and we T-boned them because they ran a red light at 2 in the morning. We were going to go swim at my buddy's house and cook some food and barbecue and have a good time, and we were going to go drink. And fucking these people were from Texas here in Colorado on Mississippi and fucking went over 225 or 250. It has to be 225. And they came off the exit ramp and tried to go straight through the light to get back on the ramp because they were trying to go back to Texas. And we fucking T-boned them. And they were drinking. Did they get in trouble? No, because they weren't drunk, but they were drinking. Did I get in trouble? No, but I had weed on me and I got harassed like a motherfucker. And they were like, oh, you got fucking, oh, we can smell the weed in your pocket. And they made me do all these tests. And I was like, I got friends that are cops. So will you do this test? Nope. Take me to jail. That's a guaranteed fail no matter what. Will you do this test? Nope. Will you do this? Yep. Will you do this? Nope. I have friends that are cops. I have friends that are detectives. I have friends that work in the government. I have friends that are in the military. And there are certain DUI tests that you are guaranteed to fail whether you are sober or not. They do it for the money. And it's up to you to go to court to prove that you're innocent. don't ever take a breathalyzer if you are drinking and driving. Just don't do it. Don't drink and drive. But if you do get in a wreck, don't take a breathalyzer. I wasn't drinking and driving, and fucking we T-boned them because they ran the red light, and they had me try to do these like where you stand on one foot and fucking touch your nose, like just shit that is like, no, I'm sorry, I was just in a wreck, and I kept saying that. I was like, I was just in a wreck, and we were doing 40 on this road, and they were doing 60 off the highway, so I'm in a little shock. I'm not doing these tests, and they were like, do you need to go to the hospital? You need to go to the hospital then. And I'm like, no, I'm not dying, and I'm alive, and everybody in the car is alive, and they're alive. I'm in shock. We just got in a wreck. My mom's Jeep is totaled. And eventually the dude let me go, and the cops were like, man, that was the #1 DUI officer in Aurora. You're fucking lucky. And I was like, I'm not fucking drunk. And they're like, well, he fucking takes everyone to jail. And you turned down the test. And I was like, because I know I'm not fucking retarded that those are guaranteed failed tests. If they try to give you these stupid tests, just go to jail. Because once you do them, you're on camera, and then now it's harder for your attorney to get you off. I said, I was just like, just take me to jail. And at that point, I would say, yep, I got a headache. Take me to the hospital. Since then, my back is fucked. My back is fucked up. And I should have went to the hospital the next day or the day after, and I didn't. I waited like a month. We moved to Montrose, and the doctors out there would not do anything for me. They thought I just wanted fucking drugs. I was like, I don't care. I was like, drug test me. I'm not on drugs. I was like, I just want my fucking back looked at. But I was 26 at the time, and to them, it was just like, you're just a young adult who wants to get fucked up. And I was like, I was just in a car wreck. I need this for the attorney bills, and I never got a sue or anything because of it. And I could have got $100,000. Didn't do it. And but besides that, and besides the DUI shit, please don't drink and drive, people. Be smart. I would rather have people smoking weed. I mean, literally smoked. That's what I was getting to. I smoked weed, and I drove all the time in high school and shit, and never fucking right. Like, you are more careful, and fucking. I'd rather have a million people smoking weed than drinking and driving. That's for damn sure. And the only time I was in a wreck, well, actually, there was another time I was in a wreck, and this was in front of my dad's house by the hospital. And there's Highway 162 goes like this. All right, like straight across. And my dad's house out to pull onto 162, you pull up and you go left or right. And this guy was coming down, he was flying, and I was timing out to turn behind him. And then as I start pulling out to turn behind him, he fucking cut into the parking, like, or into the other road, and I fucking clipped his back end. And he was a fucking doctor at the hospital, and the cops of course believed him over me, and they're like, he said that he had his blinker on and everything. I was like, the dude was doing 60, which the highway, it's literally a highway. I was like, the dude was doing 60. I was parked where I was parked, I was behind the stop sign, and where I hit him, I was still behind the stop sign. Like, I was pulling to turn fucking behind him, and he fucking took a sharp turn doing 60, and fucking he clipped me. But because he was a doctor and I was like 18 at the time, of course I got fucking faulted. And he had a Mercedes Benz, so that fucking fucked my insurance up. I'm still paying for that shit. I can't get a good one wreck my fault. Well, now it's you getting a wreck at all and you're faulted no matter what. Even if it's, oh, the other guy, like when we T-bone, it's like, well, you were still in a wreck. And I'm like, they were at fault. Well, it doesn't matter because we still had to pay for your car, which was awesome because, well, that wasn't awesome, but my mom's Jeep was a steel core fucking Jeep, like steel frame Jeep Wrangler, and that thing survived, and I was able to drive home. Their car was fucking total. They're lucky. They're lucky I hit the back end. If I was going 5 miles an hour faster, or if they were a second like earlier, whoever was in the back seat or the front seat would be dead. No doubt about it in my mind. Their entire back car was fucking smashed. Like, it was smashed in. And they all survived. We all survived. Um, I'm sure some of them have some fucking back problems and shit. I know I do. and we were in the fucking steel fucking frame Jeep, and I drove home, started right up, no leaks, drove right home, no problem. Buy yourself a steel fucking frame Jeep. My Jeep outside steel frame, 92 Jeep Cherokee. That thing's a fucking beast. It's heavy, gets 16, maybe 20 miles a gallon, inline six, but that thing will fucking beast mode. But please take this seriously, people. Buy yourself some guns. Like I was saying, if you got kids, they can learn on this rifle. Buy 2 or 3 of them. 30 caliber ammo is a little expensive. That's why I don't shoot a lot of it. Very accurate though. It can have the stopping power. I mean, if you're a good shot, anybody gets shot is gonna have some problem coming after you. But I love this gun. Very easy to shoot. You can hand it to your kid and be like, "Fucking, we gotta protect ourselves," and they can shoot that gun. I took Angel's, my girlfriend's like little brother out, 14, and his friend Josh, and they were fucking plinking targets and fucking hitting fruits and fucking no problem. I mean, no kick. Buy yourself an AK. You can buy a good AK for like $600. Very, very good AK, like a Wasser or fucking something like that. You can buy a straight up fucking Russian AK for like $1,000. Um, if you have the money, do that. They're way better. You definitely want yourself like a fucking God. How do I not know that company? Because I collect Russian guns. What the fuck? I can't remember who it is, but um, you definitely want to buy yourself a Russian AK if you can. Are the best and cheapest guns where ammo is going to. So you want to get something that there's going to be surplus ammo too that you can find if a war does break out with these retards, and something the military uses, an AR-15. And that is why a lot of people buy AR-15s, is because the low recoil, they're easy to shoot, they're easy to clean, easy to change parts. AKs are easy to clean as well, but the U.S. military uses 5.56 rounds, and the AR-15 shoots 5.56 and 2.23. So there is ammo everywhere. If shit hits the fan and you have one of those guns, you're gonna have fucking ammo. Is it Ishivek? It's Ishivek or something. I haven't fucking done that in a while. I think that's the Russian company. Um. Anyway, back to the buy yourself an AR-15. Do it with a 14 or 16-inch barrel, depending on your state. You're gonna want extra mags, at least 15, 20 extra mags. And I know that sounds crazy, but if shit hits the fan, you're gonna want to board up your house with metal, steel plates, or wood, at least some heavy wood, and you're gonna want to bunker down for the first couple days and let the National Guard come in. I mean, these people think that they're gonna fucking take over the country, and it's very possible. I mean, look at other countries that civil war has broken out into. It's chaos, and it lasts years, and the military comes in. But I mean, we're I hope to God this does not happen. I don't want to see it. I don't. I pray to God all the time, like, please do not. Back in the day, I was for it, and I was like, I cannot wait for the Civil War. Like, it was. I'm telling you, take it from me. I'm telling you, these people want civil war. They want it. And they all have their own agenda. There's the Christian extremists, there's the racists who want to make slavery illegal again and bring back the South. And then you just have the I hate the government right wing radicals. All of these three groups are intertwined and they all have their own agenda. So eventually, say they take over the country, they will all eventually fight each other because they're going to be like, we don't believe in slavery, one group. And then like the Christian extremists, they're just gonna, oh, we're all Christians and fucking. I mean, it's gonna be crazy because eventually, if that happens, then those three groups are gonna fight, and I mean, it's just this country is gonna be exactly what Russia wanted it to be, and China and Russia and North Korea and all these other communist countries are gonna take over, and we're gonna be right in the palm of their hands. But I pray to God this doesn't happen. But I'm telling you, prepare just in case. At least buy yourself a gun, even just one gun and some ammo, and get some like you want to protect your house. Get you a 12 gauge shotgun and a bunch of buckshot rounds. Except for I like a 20 gauge because a 12 gauge starts to hurt after a while, and you can shoot a 20 gauge all fucking day, and 20 gauge buckshot is gonna kill somebody, no doubt about it. Um, an AR-15 you can shoot all day. Ammo's cheap, high velocity, good penetration power. AK-47s are very cheap guns to buy, unless you buy like high quality ones. Ammo is relatively cheap if you can find ammo for any of these guns right now. I buy a lot of ammo, so I'm stocked up. Like I got my Russian sniper rifle. I have AK ammo, even though my AK exploded, and I'm waiting for the company to email me of where to send it because it's pretty much brand new and fucking blew up in my face. Thank God. I should have been wearing glasses. I had shrapnel in my eyes for 3 weeks. Thank God I'm not dead. Um, I gotta clean my AR-15. The guns I have operational are my SKS, and then I have a crate of SKSs. I still have 2 or 3 or 4 in the fucking crate. In Cosmoline from 1966, brand new, untouched, with the grenade launcher attached, which I don't have any grenades. I don't have the paperwork to own real grenades for these guns, but you can legally own the grenade launcher that's built into the gun, which is awesome because you can buy dummy grenades for like $20 and fucking launch them all day into the fucking woods and shit, fill them with paint, fucking all sorts of shit. And if you really wanted to, you could fill them with your own homemade explosives, which you'd be breaking the law. So I'm not going to tell you should do that. But if you own your own property, who gives a fuck, in my opinion? Um, and M1 carbines are more expensive in the 600 to 800, $1,200 range for a real one. Um, but the ammo is expensive. Very easy to shoot. Buy yourself a pistol. 22 rifles are awesome for hunting. As long as you're a good aim, you could almost take down anything with a headshot with a 22 rifle. And the ammo is very, very cheap. I mean, you can buy cases of 22 rounds, tens of thousands of rounds for just a couple $100 and fucking shoot for days and days and days. But I would just prepare yourself, people. Just at least mentally prepare yourself. If you're not going to buy guns, I'm not saying buy guns and get ready for war. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about if hits the fan, you bunkering down in your house, depending on where you live. Like if you live up in the mountains or in the woods or forest or on private property, you're probably going to be good. But if you're in the city, it's going to be chaos because not only is there going to be a civil war going on with retards in the military and then people standing up for themselves, and then people aren't going to know who's on whose side either, and they're just going to be like shooting people with guns. Our plan is to just hang the fuck outside and just make sure people don't come on to our property as long as possible. But I don't think this is going to happen. But then again, these people are crazy. I know them. I was one of them. And if Trump loses, I can see this going down. And even if he wins and then 2024 comes, I can see them, fucking if or not Barron, but like Don Jr. or fucking Ivanka doesn't win, they're gonna oh, the Trumps are out. This bullshit, and like they want Trump for 50 years. They have shirts of it. Trump next 40 years. Trump till 2056. Like fucking all sorts of crazy shit. Just prepare yourselves. Educate yourselves. Watch these people. Study them closely. They're showing you when they're out there with their guns. They're showing you they got guns and they got body armor. They're telling you don't fuck with us. And if you fuck with us, you're gonna fuck with us, and we're gonna come at you. Don't fuck with them. And the government's watching them. I report people all the time on social media. I see I'm on in Trump groups. I follow them because I used to be them and I know what's going on. So I follow these groups and I screenshot and I fucking send their info to the FBI, the page they were on, what they said, who they are, and then I send the picture. And do people get arrested? I don't know, but I'm sure that they're being monitored. I'm sure I'm being monitored, and I'm sure that they know that there's nothing to worry about. I used to think it all the time that I was monitored because I used to be real loud and was like, "Fuck the government! I can't wait! I can't wait for civil war. We coming after you!" And now it's like they're like, "Oh, this dude is okay," like I got out of that shit. I was smart enough to wake the fuck up. Be careful. That's all. I'm just warning you. I pray to God this doesn't happen. I don't want to see innocent Americans bloodshed. I don't want to see a second civil war because it's going to be way worse than 650, 670,000 from the first one. I think we'll see millions and millions of people dying, and we don't need that. We need to come together. And this president is only making it worse. They called Obama the Great Divider. I can I go back and look at what Obama did, and I don't find anything that he said that was dividing us. It was in their minds, and it was what they were told to think. And they hated him because he was black. They thought he was Muslim, and that he was born in Kenya. And if he was Muslim, who cares? He didn't enact Sharia law. He fucking tried to give y'all health care, and the plan he used is a Republican plan. But I mean, these people they make shit up in their heads or they're told what to believe. And it's just like what we're seeing now. They're taking our freedoms. They're taking our First Amendment rights. Where's it all coming from? Where did this all start? On Fox News, on OANN. About a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, they started talking about like they're taking your freedoms, the government, they don't want you to speak out. They don't want you to do anything. And then all of a sudden we had these fucking armed protesters and protests and fucking anti-vaxxers and the Bill Gates shit. Like Bill Gates has been coming after you since the 80s. Like for real, he's still what's he waiting for? It's been 40 years and you're like, still Bill Gates is coming after us any minute now. He'll be dead and they'll still be blaming Bill Gates. George Soros will die and they'll still be blaming George Soros. Like I get comments all the time. I'll mention something like, "God, you people are stupid." Like, "You're just a George Soros paid troll," and I'm like, well, "I'm still waiting on my fucking paycheck. I don't know when I'm getting paid by George Soros, but I'm just speaking my mind. These people are crazy people. They need mental health evaluations. They need their guns taken away. Um, these people are fucking crazy, and I'm warning you. They are desensitized. They do not give a fuck about you. They don't care about you, your sons, your daughters, your wives, your mothers, your fathers. They will kill you. And if you like bow down to them, they will either kill you and just say fuck it, or they'll lock you up into a camp. And then they will be the thing that they hate without even realizing it. They will be the ones ruining your freedom without even realizing what they're doing because they're fucking retarded and they're dangerous and they should be stopped. I don't understand why the government doesn't do more. And like they should be calling these people in to get mental health evaluations. Um, they should be tracking them more, and I'm sure that they're monitored. But I mean, these people should be fucking interviewed monthly or at least every couple months and like monitored very heavily because and the FBI even noticed that alt-right Americans are the most dangerous people to American safety. I cannot stress this enough. This is on the FBI government website. And if you look up the mass shootings from last year, they were all QAnon freaks. And the year before that, they were QAnon freaks. And these people are alt-right fucking maniacs. Like, there's a pattern here. And they all think that they're doing God's work and that they're making the country great again. And they scream it to this day. Trump's making America great again. What? There's 30 million unemployed. The economy's crashed. People are out of work. Fucking, there's a pandemic going on. Oh, well, that's all fake news. He's the best. They're insane. They believe what right wing media tells them, and like Sean Hannity said himself. And if you watch the video on the T series guy that I was telling you about the other day, um, he does a video or a link, and the guy's talking to Sean Hannity. He goes, "I think you are the destruction of this country." And he's like, "Well, everybody knows I'm a conservative journalist." And he's like, "But you're not a journalist, you're an opinionated host." And he's like, "Well, so you're saying Americans are too stupid to know what I am?" Pretty much saying, like, you think Americans are too stupid to understand that I'm fake news and that I'm just an opinion guy? Like, it'd be like me telling you what to believe and me having 10 million followers and me being like, "Yeah, these fucking people," but lying to you. I'm not lying. There's not a single thing that I lied about in this video. Sean Hannity lies all the time, makes conspiracy theories up, and then like the way he says shit, like the stupid, crazy, radical, demonizing, leftist, hater, like he like mentions all these fucking adjectives and these fucking strong ass fucking verbs and like all within 10 seconds. Like he'll say people are like doing these actions and then fucking name what they are and then like it's crazy shit. And I used to be like, yeah, oh man, he's making so much sense. Now I watch it and I'm like, oh my god, I'm losing brain cells. And then Tucker Carlson plays both sides. Janine Pirro, that bitch is crazy. And Laura Ingraham is a horrible piece of shit. But I'm gonna leave this video here. I'm warning y'all, please get yourself some guns, stock up on ammo, and buy some MREs, some dry food storage. Just be safe. Just protect yourselves. And don't think I'm trying to scare you. I'm just saying prepare. What I always say is prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Same thing with a paycheck. Underestimate your money. You think you're getting paid 800, pretend you're getting paid 400. That way when you get 860 and you pretended you were only getting paid 500, you're good to go. But I love you guys. Y'all stay safe out there. Please protect yourselves. Pay attention and just do what you can do. Peace.